Hey guys, welcome back. I'm starting out with Prolongwear Concealer as my base and I'm just setting underneath my brows. All the shadows that I use in this video are MAC shadows. The first one is the shade Rule and it's just kind of a nice transition because it's a muted orange shade. So I'm just mapping out the shape that I want with this shade. Now I'm just going over top of that to make sure everything is well blended, and I'm using the shade Chrome Yellow by MAC as well. And this is Red Brick, which is kind of like Rule, but just a little bit more intense. So I'm using this right in the crease and above it. I'm now going in with the shade I'm Into It, which is kind of like a red burgundy shade, and I'm using this to deepen up that crease. So it's okay if you blend it onto your lid, it will all get covered up after. You just want to make sure you're really putting it nice and tight in your crease. And then I'm just going over it with Rule and Red Brick just to kind of bring that orange back now that I've blended in the darker shade. Now I'm just going to be cutting my crease, so I'm using my Prolongwear concealer, of course, and I'm just going in and I'm mapping out that same shape that we created with the eyeshadow. So you'll notice that I did not fill in my entire lid with that concealer. You'll see why in a minute. So just make that shape and then you're going to want to blend out any excess or just tap it off. Even use a Kleenex for this, it's totally fine. So next I'm going in with Touch of Nature Cosmetics, their loose pigment in the shade Cleopatra. This was sent to me a long time ago and I have used it before, just never in a video, so I'm excited to be showing you guys it because it's so pretty and very affordable. So the technique I'm using here is I'm just taking my brush and I did spray it with some Fix Plus or any setting spray of your choice, and I'm packing it just on that same shape we created with the concealer, so not all over the lid. And now I'm cutting my crease again, and this is making, this is gonna make kind of like a winged liner effect. So you'll notice again, I'm kind of placing my brush and pulling down. I find this gives me a sharper line when doing this because it's kind of hard to just do it in one drag. You can skip the concealer step and cutting your crease a second time. I just find that going in with a blue eyeshadow works a little bit better over top of a base. So that's why I cut it again. And now I'm placing the blue. This blue is called In the Shadows by MAC as well. And you can see that I'm not going all the way up because I don't want to cover up the gold that we placed. So I'm just cutting the crease and following that concealer, which is also nice when you have that concealer kind of as a guide. And you guys, my camera did kind of cut out here, but you just want to fill in that shape. And so the footage does look a little bit different because I had to continue filming on my iPhone, unfortunately. But I did want to get this video up for you guys. So I just went in with my foundation, which was NC 17 by MAC. It's the Studio Fix. And I did put on a Temptu liquid bronzer as well called Shimmer Bronze. And now I'm going in with my concealer. So you just missed my foundation and bronzer. But the concealer is my e.l.f. Cosmetics Medium Peach Camouflage Concealer. And because I do have a little bit more of a tan, I actually don't mind this one on its own just for a brightening effect because I was looking a little darker than I'm used to. Normally I do go in with my Prolongwear as well, but this time I did not. And I get a lot of questions about this brush. This is the Oval 6 by MAC. I'm sure you could find a more affordable one just at Winners, but I do really, really like this one. I'm just setting that. You can set it with any powder that you like. I used my Studio Fix foundation powder. And then I just went in with Matte Bronze Bronzer by MAC. And this is my all-time favorite blush right now, guys. It's Peaches by MAC. It's so pretty and soft, and it's nice because a lot of blushes do end up turning kind of pink on me, but this one is truly peach. So it goes good with the kind of orange and blue vibe we've got going on. And I'm just using my Morphe Setting Mist. And this powder is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I'm in the shade Fair or 05. I like it for baking, but it does kind of stain, so you can't leave it on too long because it makes a really, really intense kind of white cast on your face. So I just leave it on for like a minute or two, and then I'll go in and like dust it off. But it just sharpens everything up. This is my Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlighter. It's one of my faves. And as you can see, I'm just dusting it off with the same brush that I was using for my face powder. And now I'm going in with the same shades that I used on my upper lid. So this is In the Shadows, that blue, and then I'm using Rule and Red Brick underneath. The inner corner highlight is Shroom. This is Fascinating Eye Khol by MAC, one of my faves for the waterline. Doesn't irritate my eyes. And then I'm just going in with that In the Shadow shade on top of the white, and it kind of turns it into like a creamy blue color. And then I used Oak lip liner and Yash lipstick, I believe. Everything will be listed below, don't worry. And I don't remember the name of this gloss. It is by MAC, but I will list it below so you know. And that is the final look, you guys. I hope you like it. It is a little bit of work, but it's so much fun to do, and it's definitely therapeutic to sit and do your makeup for this long. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.